Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. We're going to get started with your messages. This is a timeless message. This is one of those readings where I really do not know where to start from because there is a heavy, what I'll call a vast energy that is wanting to come out, and it's connected to you being in your power. And I just shuffled this card when I started this reading, so it wasn't at the bottom of the deck. So something about you being in your power, the death energy. And before I started your reading, I was getting a few words: reprieve, recluse as well, and then there's resolution. So there's a transformation that you have experienced. You may have had to, I checked the meaning of the words before I started as well. So this recluse is a form of hermit mode, and yeah, so you may have gone into hermit mode, for example, done a lot of transformation, and right now the situations that you went into hermit mode regarding, even if you may not have, pinpointed them to be the reasons, perhaps it was just about your transformation to you. Now, as you are rising from those ashes, there are people that are begging because they're having to face the same thing that you have experienced. It's a big energy. It's one where I'm having to pause every now and then in order to get the words together. So if you notice on the death card, there is someone, they're wearing a yellow cape garment and they're begging for mercy. So it's like it's time for something to happen, and these people, they have been delaying what they would call a punishment, and it's like right now it's time for them to face it. And Scorpio, believe it or not, this is not happening only in your physical experience, it's happening on the energetic level as well. There are some ancestral figures. This could be by blood or not, but it's just time for a release to happen. It's time for a death to happen. And I feel like it's connected to this 3D, 5D split that is going on, with the Hermit, also the year 2025. So there's about to be a further separation of what is no longer living, or what is no longer living within us. And you can see it even in nature. You can see it, how it's occurring for us within. And that is why, as I'm speaking, I'm having to be not too careful, but also being as neutral as possible, because I really do not know where everyone is at. This is a big process for everyone, okay? No matter what level you're at, it's still a huge process. And while you're experiencing it in a certain way, there are others that are not finding it fun, and that is a part of your justice. That is a big part of your justice. There are different forms of justice that are working for you, and this justice ultimately is about the internal balance that you continue to create for yourself. Like how you continue to create for yourself, knowing that the information that you need will come for you. The good news here is what is no longer working, which is maybe heavy weight, dead weight. What is no longer working could be what has been obstacles, or what have been obstacles for you. They have to be released right now. So let's get going with this message. See what comes up. You need to know that they are facing what you have left behind. So it's ashes to ashes. Ashes to ashes, there's a great fall. Ashes to ashes, they all fall down. It's a really dark energy that I'm getting. Is karma. it's also not fun. It's like you need to hear this as part of your justice. It's not coming from a place of me actually wanting to say it, but perhaps this is where I've had to prepare myself before coming here, and also stay grounded as I speak, because there's a part of me that wants to escape that wants to escape from it, but perhaps I'm also picking up on that energy that is of escape, and how that even shows up within us. All right, so justice remains what it is, karma remains what it is. And some are having a punishment aspect of this justice. So keep staying true to what it is that you're working on. Just before I started your reading, I wanted to postpone it, like now or later. And then there's every part of me that is like now, right? So we have to make it now. We have to do it now. The way the energetic realm works is, one, the human world. This is where we have other forms of, what we call the masculine energies, other things that may have made us to stay away from connecting with our emotions, especially when you come from, a lot of trauma. So it's something that some of you may be still working on. I know personally, I have to stay grounded with my emotions, right? So it could be something that you're working on as well. But what you're continuously elevating towards is like, as you get to some form of elevation, you're getting to a place of less and less judgment of yourself first and of others. So it's a place of understanding, it's a place of being seen, it's a place of thriving. And anything that tells you otherwise is telling you a lie. Then maybe you need to keep going. Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, the Magician, and the Nine of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, there is the Six of Wands, the World. So you have your resilience paying off for you. Now this year is going to bring about new beginnings that are beyond imaginings for you. And there are new beginnings that they happen, and before you know it, something is being released from your experience, and then it's serving as your new beginning for your manifestation. It's a continuous learning experience, and with this new beginning, you're finding yourself walking away from situations that do not serve you overall, and that applies to everyone differently. And even for ourselves, how it applies differently is a shift. So as a fixed sign, like whether you're Scorpio, or even maybe your 8th house could be significant in this reading, like how you recycle energy, this is definitely bringing about your capacity to shift. And this is where this reading is coming for you, because the Death card is 13, and where you're coming to is number 14. You're elevating, your wings are fluttering right now, right? You're moving on up. And this is requiring you to shift, and that is where the discord can come in within. It's like there's something within you that tells you there's something. Like the Nine of Swords is usually coming with a form of tension within, a form of misalignment that could come up. Like, where is there misalignment? And it will come to the surface. Then the Nine of Swords comes in. You could be someone who overthinks, who is a deep thinker as well. Perspective matters a lot with this shift. So how you shift your perspective, how you change around your perspective, is just like how I gave you an example with myself because I feel it's significant as to how I came about even doing this reading. And every part of me that wants to run, like, are you doing something wrong? Or are you doing that? And then I'm still staying with it. So that can be me being in the Nine of Swords energy. And not only are you picking up on maybe some tension within, you're also picking up on collective energies. So this is requiring a lot of fluidity and adaptability on your part. You could have some connection to Sagittarius. You could also have maybe relationships that have connected you to Sagittarius, because our relationships can easily tell us maybe what lessons we have to learn on our journey. So however, if it's a relationship with yourself, if it's relationships on the outside, you get to keep carrying on those lessons for yourself, and that is a part of your justice. So you see how justice keeps coming up, but then it's different meanings as I speak. It goes to say in very simple words that this is not easy. But then it's one where there's a huge shift when it comes to manifestations. There's also a huge shift within us, and how we connect to spirit, and how we see spirit, and how we see energy, and how you connect to your abundance. So keep going on your path. Keep loving on yourself the best way that you know how. Picture a time where you have had to just go with something, be it a young person telling you they want something and you give it to them, or a younger version of yourself. Picture the way you acted at a certain time when you didn't have to think about it, right? So this is how you need to keep moving, and how it doesn't mean that you avoid the tension, you avoid that split that is going on even within you of releasing the old, but it's one where you're looking to continuously shift. It can even be as simple as you do not sleep enough at night, and you wake up during the day and you're looking at how to adjust your day to go about making it happen for you, all right? Starting with the end in mind. So everything here is given a mutable energy. And Scorpio, it's like you're definitely being pushed to be adaptable now more than ever, to make shifts. Picture a parent and a child, and the parent is sending out their child to school, telling them this and that. You're someone who can actually make sure you take some form of, well, I would say, and you see, I'm focusing on you because there is so much stuff happening below you. There's so much stuff happening below you, and everything right now is guiding you towards staying in the position that you are. It's like there is no turning back. There is no, like, you don't even want to look back right now. You do not want to look back. And you know it. So you have to keep moving. You have to keep making those shifts that help you to make the best out of your experience, starting with the end in mind once again. You're someone who gives your heart out to, could be family, could be community, could be work, wherever you go, And then it's like everything has been propelling you to come back. So you're definitely stepping up into your power. You've always been like, your presence brings about transformation to others. And now you're having to leave that behind and allow that transformation to happen, like to set in for real. So that can be even in your present, like you have other relationships around you, is requiring you to actually look away. And these are just a few examples. And as you're doing that, you're releasing and you're moving. You do have many situations that are not happy. And because there's still that attachment, and these are, now I'm talking about the heavy karmic bonds, they're not happy at all, they're missing you. But it's like even they just know. Something about the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. You see, this is fire, this is air, this is fire. There's the crown chakra energy activated. And this crown chakra is like everything is pulling you towards the crown. You see, these wings are fluttering. Everything is pulling you towards that crown. It just has, it's like this is the time. It's now. This is the time for this to happen. So it's kind of pulling you. It's creating a pull effect on you. And we're just talking about you now, not to talk of like other situations, but I feel like what is pulling you upwards is stronger than what is pulling you down. So this is, everything here feels good. But part of your karmic justice is also acknowledging how it is. It's a huge gift that, or the best gift that you give to yourself, when you say, hey, it's not okay. It's not all roses and butterflies. You are the death card, right? You represent death and rebirth. So it's not all roses and butterflies. It's not. And that is the fact. And there's always a new level. There's always a new level. And the kind of shift that you're making now is where you're actually learning to be uncomfortable. Is it good? Is it really, really good? Then there must be a problem. Now, does it mean that it's a bad thing or a good thing? I don't feel it's either. It's just what it is. It's like you know that you have to be, there's something that has to keep you on the move right now. Alright, whatever movement feels to you or what it means to you. But I feel like the bottom line of this message is some form of gift that you give to yourself. And that is acknowledgement of this elevation and what it comes with. It's like you're getting to a point where, imagine a thermometer that is being put in hot water, right? And it starts to rise. That ether element, the mercury, starts to rise. Talk about mercury, and we have mercury over here. It starts to rise and then it reaches a level. So you're getting to a point where you know when it's enough. That string, has it been strained, is enough. It's time to snap back. It's time to come back to shape. Something like that, right? It doesn't take out the presence of that stuff or like the fact that it's there. But how much is enough? And you, part of your justice and providing yourself that justice and being a vital component of the justice system. Yes, indeed you are connected to justice. You could have Libra in your chart, you could not, but even that number 8, right? You rule the 8th house. So this is a signifying courage, it's signifying strength, it's signifying transformation, power. You're naturally a working karmic system. And right now, everything is pushing you towards that. And it's separating you. And there are times where these energies are pulling on your energy as well, trying to manifest you. I look at my timer and it's 1441. So it tells me that you are in alignment and you are making shifts. You're transforming, and this time around it's to a new body, it's to a new state that allows you to thrive. Let's get something from the angels and ancestors. As always, I feel like these readings, they design themselves. There's still something wanting to come out, but for some reason I felt to do this first. Shaman, trust in higher forces. An eagle, see from a higher perspective. At the bottom of the deck, star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So if, for example, you have Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, then this shift is definitely significant for you. And there are spaces that you are reaching right now regarding your reclamation of power. It's like before something crumbles down, you're having to go there to pick up something that is yours. Shaman. Trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. This card represents those people who have a connection to Earth and the hidden realms. The shaman will aid you in your quest to do some release work with lower energies or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. Call back your power. Stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. There's a release happening here. And then the insecurity, I feel like it's just regarding what could stop us from, showing up. Because the 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands adds up to 15. So that is the Saturn energy. And this is, Aquarius season is taking us to the next level of Saturn with with an influence of Uranus, because Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn. So when we talk about the stars, usually we can always see a reflection of these stars in the below, right? So for example, I was doing a Cancer reading, I think 2 days back, and I wanted to say the 7 sisters, and I said the 7 witches, and then when I did my research, I found out that they're actually the same thing. One was about the stars and the other one was about the underground. So there's something connecting the above and the below. So it's a way of saying to protect your life force energy. Release is here, and then creation. Release is like the Tower energy. Whoever these are, they're using, and this came out in your reading some time back as well, they're using other people's faces or something that allows them to take away from you. And this is where you keep elevating. There's something coming regarding this life force energy. And the Death card. Even the Release has this. There's your connection to the crown chakra that is significant. So I'm going to stop here for now, and I'll come back with more videos as well. And do take care. Bye-bye.